Welcome to a reading with the Neptune Soulful Seer. On today, we will be doing a reading for the Virgo community. We'll see what the Most High is saying to Virgo at this time. So earlier, I pulled a card for Virgo, and it was Dilemma. Dilemma is a situation of difficult choices, leaving you feeling torn. When a dilemma arises, it reminds you to examine the issue from multiple perspectives and look for hidden opportunities. You will always find a way out, even if it seems difficult at the moment. Okay, so dilemma. All right, so let's go on to see what the dilemma could be about, Virgo. Okay. Okay. Okay, so at the center here, we have the Ten of Cups here. So this is about family here, a happy family, about family gatherings, long-term relationships, harmony here. So there could be some dilemma here when it concerns a family situation here for you, Virgo. Okay. In the opening here, we have a Page of Wands in reverse here. So this is someone who is hasty, impatient here. This could be someone who is gullible here. They could be a loudmouth person, someone who is spoiled here. Okay, so this could be a family member or a child here that maybe you're dealing with here that may be somewhat hasty and gullible here. Okay. And then at the bottom of it, we have the Death card here. So that speaks to some type of spiritual transformation here, letting go of something. Okay, some type of change here, some type of sudden or unexpected upheaval here. So when it comes to this Page of Wands here in reverse, who may be a family member or some type of family gathering with this young person involved here, there could be some type of change here, some type of transition, something that is sudden here. Okay. Let's follow on to see. Okay, because this could just be someone who is acting immature as well here at some type of family gathering. Okay. So then we have the Hermit here in reverse as well here. Okay. And we also have Five of Cups here. Okay. Okay. So here we have a Page of Wands in reverse here that is feeling isolated and paranoid here. They are withdrawing here and behaving antisocially here. And there could be some type of sadness here, some type of heartbreak concerning this Page of Wands energy. This is an Aries, a Leo, or a Sag here. Okay. And there could be some regret here. Okay. Then we have the Ace of Wands here. Okay. And we have a Eight of Cups in the reverse here. Eight of Cups. Okay, so when it comes to this Page of Wands here, there's some type of new beginning here, some new initiative, something that they're finding a new passion for here. But there is a fear of moving on here. There's some type of stagnation here, a lack of emotional maturity here. Okay. Someone who may be faking their happiness here. So this energy here that is gullible and impatient, somewhat spoiled here, may be afraid of moving on here. Maybe they lack emotional maturity and self-awareness here. But there is some type of new beginning here that is needed here, some type of new initiative, something they need to find a passion for here, okay? Then we also have the Nine of Wands in reverse here, okay? So this energy is refusing to compromise and give in here, okay? When it comes to a new beginning, some new initiative here, they are being stubborn here, okay? There is some type of stalemate here when it comes to some type of new beginning, especially when it comes to family or long-term relationships here. Okay, and then we have here the Queen of Wands. So it's a lot of fire energy around you, Virgo. This is someone who is pushy. This Queen of Wands in reverse here is pushy here, demanding, someone who is overbearing here, someone who could be very self-righteous as well here. And they are dealing with some loneliness here, some withdrawal here when it comes to family gatherings here. When it comes to relationships with family members, someone is paranoid here, being reclusive here. And this person is very overbearing, and they can be self-righteous as well here, a busybody here, okay? So this busybody here wants some type of new beginning, some type of creative spark here because they feel lonely. They've been withdrawing from any social activity here, yet they refuse to compromise and give in. This is someone who is very stubborn here, this Queen of Wands in reverse here, more this fire energy. Okay, so this hasty and gullible energy here needs to let go of some things. They need to change here. Okay, they need some type of spiritual transformation here, but they have a fear of moving on. They have a lack of emotional maturity here, and they're dealing with some type of grief or despair here, some type of abandonment issue as well. Okay, but this loneliness here and this paranoia here is coming from this stagnation, this lack of emotional maturity here, not able to let go, not able to change, make a transition here, okay? But they need a new beginning here. They need to change, and their behavior is causing a dilemma here for this family. Okay, it's causing some type of difficult situation, some type of difficult choice here. Okay, so there are multiple perspectives on this here, but this is something that the family is dealing with here. Okay, and on the bottom of the deck here, we have the Page of Cups here. So this is someone who is being very childish here, possibly here. Okay, someone who is very sensitive, very dreamy here. Okay. All right. Dealing with some inner child issues here. Okay. When it comes to this family dynamic here. Okay. So let's see what else is going on here. And this Page of Cups is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces energy. Someone who is very childlike and youthful here. Okay. There's a dilemma with this family concerning this energy here. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So we have the Magician here. Okay, so this is someone that has power, that has influence here. This Magician in the upright here. This is someone who is very skilled and has a lot of ability here, yet they are gullible here. This is someone who can be very spoiled and pessimistic here. Okay. And we have here Strength in the reverse here. So Strength in the reverse here. Okay, this is Leo energy here. This is someone who has some type of self-doubt here. It's dealing with some low self-esteem here and loneliness and paranoia here. Okay. And then we have the Fool in reverse. So the Fool in reverse here. Okay, so this is someone who wants to escape. They want to be free. They want to be released from something here. They're feeling hopeful though. Okay, they're trying to face their fears here. But they're dealing with a lot of sadness, a lot of grief and despair here. Okay, a lot of regret. Okay. And then we have a King of Wands in reverse as well here. Okay, I think this is someone that can be very rude here. Someone who could be a bully, possibly. Someone who is unreliable here. Okay. So when it comes to this new beginning here, starting something new here, there is a King of Wands energy who is very rude, though. Someone who is a bully. Okay. Someone who is a dictator. Okay. That is standing in the way of this new beginning here. And then we have a Queen of Swords in the reverse here. Okay, this is Libra energy or Aquarius or Gemini. Someone who could be very pessimistic here. Someone who could be spiteful. Someone who can be vindictive here. And this is where the influence comes from. This influence and willpower is coming from this Queen of Swords in the reverse here. Someone who could be very pessimistic here. Someone who could be vindictive here. And there's this rude and boorish energy as well here. That is a bully here. That is a dictator. Okay. So these two individuals have some type of power or influence over this situation here. Okay. And then we have the Hangman here in reverse here. So there is some discontentment here, some apathy here, some stagnation. Okay. With someone who, once again, with this refusing to compromise energy here. Someone who doesn't learn from the past as well here. Okay. All right. And then the upright, we have the Ace of Cups here. So there's a new beginning here, new relationships, new romance here. Okay, with this Queen of Wands, but this is someone who is pushy and demanding here, that someone is starting a new relationship with here. And they're doing this and from a place of vulnerability here. Someone is vulnerable here right now. Someone is feeling weak. Their self-esteem is low here, but they want this new beginning, this new relationship here. So they could be getting involved with this Queen of Wands in the reverse here, thinking that maybe this will bring their confidence up here. Okay. And then we have the Two of Swords in the upright here. So this is a stalemate here, some type of truce someone wants to call because of the difficult decisions, because of the dilemma here. Okay. These choices that are painful and stressful here. Okay. So someone has power and influence here, but they are sitting on the fence because they have some decisions that they need to make here that could be difficult for them here. All right. They have someone in their life who is overly critical, who is very pessimistic here, who lacks empathy here, but they want freedom. They want to escape here. They want to stand up to the abuse that they are dealing with here. Okay. They want to survive. Okay. But they are vulnerable. They have self-doubt here. They have low self-esteem right now. Okay. and they want to just call a truce on some things here. They want to face their fears, but they are torn between two situations or two relationships possibly here. That is causing some confusion here. Okay. So Virgo, we have all these fire signs here. We have air signs here. And we also have water here. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Sag, Aries, and Leo are here. And you could be dealing with any of these people, or all these people could be in this family dynamic here, that's causing this problem or this dilemma for you here, because it seems that everyone has some type of opinion on what is going on here. Okay, you have one woman here that may be overly critical. You have one that's pushy. You have a male here who is rude here. All right, and then you have this younger person that's gullible here. Okay, but they are all causing some type of sadness here. Okay, and you're dealing possibly with your inner child here. Okay, when it comes to this family here, trying to be idealistic here, trying to be sensitive to what is happening with the family here, trying to um, be the dreamer. You are the one that's idealistic here, hoping that love can solve these things here. Okay, but there is some type of spiritual transformation that is needed here. Some type of letting go, some type of change is needed, but this is difficult for you. Okay, so let's see what else is going on here. And there is a lot of discontentment here, a lot of negative patterns here. Okay, that you or someone in your family is refusing to let go of here. Okay, and they are causing a lot of sadness and grief, possibly, and it's a need to escape from the situation. Okay, let's get a little more clarity, Virgo. Okay, all right, so here we got this Page of Wands in reverse here, who is gullible here, who could be hasty, someone who could be spoiled, but they're wasting time here. This is someone who is stuck, no changes here. Okay, they have influence here, they have the willpower, but they're wasting time here. Okay, they are letting their abilities go to waste, possibly their skill here, because they are stuck with no changes here. Okay, and this is someone who could be spoiled too. Okay, and impatient, and they're wasting time right now. Okay, and then we have hooked here. So someone who is dealing with loneliness, some paranoia, is hooked on something here. They're hooked on this weakness, this low self-esteem that they have. They have a lack of confidence here. Okay, so they are isolating themselves here. They are being reclusive at this time here. So they're hooked on this way of feeling about themselves, this self-doubt, this low self-esteem. Okay, this is something that has them hooked and is causing them to be stuck with no changes here. Okay, and then we have somebody dealing with some sadness, some loss. They want you back here, Virgo. There's possibly someone you're dealing with that wants you back here, but you have escaped here. You have freed yourself here. You have taken control of the situation here. that caused you some loss, some grief, some despair here. But someone wants you back here, but they have made no changes here. They want you back because they're hooked, but they're not making any changes here. They're just being very gullible and pessimistic, very loudmouth. They talk a lot, okay? But they don't change here, okay? All right. And then we have someone who wants a new beginning here. They want to start something here, but they are having some car trouble. They have no car right now. They're having car issues here. And they are in this energy of being a bully here. They are being abusive. They're being nasty, vicious, unreliable here. Okay. And that's why this new beginning is not happening because of their energy here. They break promises here. They could possibly be a womanizer as well here, and they're having some issues, or they don't have a vehicle at all at this time here. So this new beginning can't happen because they are carless here. They can't move the way they would like to here. And then we have someone who is clout hungry as well here. Okay, Virgo. So they'll say anything or do anything, or they'll make stuff up and be dramatic here. This is an energy that they're afraid of moving on here. Okay, they lack self-awareness, and they also lack emotional maturity here. Okay, and they are clout hungry. They'll say or do anything, and they'll make stuff up here. This is someone who is in this Queen of Swords in reverse energy of being very manipulative here. Very spiteful, very deceitful as well. Okay, this person could be rude, and they could also be very pessimistic. Okay, all righty. And we have unbothered here. Okay, so we have someone in the energy of being unbothered. Possibly that's you. Okay, you're refusing to compromise with this energy. You refuse to compromise or give in at this time. Okay, you are unbothered here. But because of these negative patterns here, because of this discontentment with the situation here, someone who is dealing with some impulsiveness here. Okay, so you are refusing to compromise or give in to the situation here. Okay, there is a stalemate here, but you are unbothered here. Okay, so I would say that you will be the last one standing here because someone is not learning from the past. They are not learning from their past mistakes with you, Virgo. Okay. And then we have child services here. Okay. So some kids may have been at risk of being taken, or something was reported here by this Queen of Wands in reverse here. There's someone who is a busybody here, this self-righteous person who got maybe child service involved here, reported some type of neglect here. Okay, and this is someone who possibly wanted some type of relationship with you. If someone who wanted some romance, some love here, but yeah, they're being manipulative. They were spiteful. They're being in the energy of being vengeful here. So they did this to hurt you, Virgo. So if this is a male dealing with a female, she possibly called child services on you because maybe she couldn't get this Ace of Cups, this new beginning, or this relationship that she wanted. So she resulted to being in this energy of lying and being vengeful towards you, Virgo. Okay. All right. So, and then we have creeping. Someone is creeping here. Okay. So when it comes to this spiritual transformation of letting go and change here, someone was creeping here. Okay. Because you have made or trying to make some kind of decisions. They may be difficult, painful, or stressful, but you are facing your fears here. And someone is creeping. Someone is watching you, Virgo, here. They're watching you change. They're watching you let go of a situation. They're watching you make this transition. Okay. Okay. But you know, have been sitting on the fence about things here. But now you're starting to face your fears here. And someone is creeping. They're watching this go down here. Okay, so someone who's been wasting time here, who is stuck with no changes, is creeping, right? They're clout hungry, but they want you back here, and they'll say or do anything to get you back here. This person here, you know, may have called child services or maybe wanting to report something on you because they don't have any way to get to you, but they are hooked on you and they are upset that you are unbothered here. But they are trying to cause any kind of chaos they can in your life or just try to get any type of attention, whether it's good or bad from you. They are doing what they need to do just to be in your face here, okay, to cause some kind of confusion here. And this is a dilemma here for you here, okay? So some of you could be dealing with family members who are doing this to you, or someone that you were in a marriage with and are no longer in a marriage with, especially when it comes to this child service issue here. Someone could also just be dealing with someone they were in a long-term relationship with who is creeping and is stuck with no changes as well, and they'll say or do anything here. So this is either way, males, Virgos, or female Virgos dealing with the opposite, or with family, it could be the same. You know, you could be dealing with some females in your family, ladies, and men, you could be dealing with some males, father, brothers, uncles, anyone who is in this energy of um, causing you problems, right? And I feel like this could be because of some jealousy here as well. Someone who is very immature here, someone who is very spoiled, okay? Someone who wants to cause you sadness. Someone wants you to be in despair and heartbreak here, okay? But you are finding solutions here. You are taking control and you are standing up to this abuse here. Okay, Virgo? And this energy wants you back, but they're stuck. They have made no changes and they're just wasting time, wasting your time. Okay, they're being clout hungry here. Okay, and this is someone who is just overly critical here. And they have a fear of you moving on. Okay, because they lack self-awareness, they lack emotional maturity here. All right, they are faking their happiness here. Okay, so it's time for you to make this spiritual transformation. It's time for you to let go of some things, and this is the dilemma that you are facing here. Okay, Virgo, when it comes to letting go, you know, you are sensitive to the situation here, right? But you have to make a change here. Yeah, that is the dilemma for you. Especially, it could be hard if this is a family dynamic. It could be hard for you to make this decision. It is very difficult. Okay. So let's get 3 cards out here. Let's see what's going on with this relationship. Okay, so we got incomplete here. So it says you want someone who completes you, but you need to be whole on your own. Okay, so you want someone to complete you, but you need to be whole on your own first, Virgo. Okay, all right, so you feel incomplete, but you have to be whole on your own first. Okay, and then we have too much work. You tell yourself it's too much work, but it's really an excuse not to get involved. Okay, so we have too much work here. Okay. All right, let's see what else is going on here. And we have a fear of cheating here. Not everyone cheats. You need to open your heart and trust your partner. Okay. So for this, I feel like this individual has a fear of you cheating here, and they feel like it's too much work here to change here. This one is stuck with no changes, and they feel like it's too much work here. Okay, so they tell themselves it's too much work, right? But that's an excuse that they make here. They have to, really make the effort to change, to do the work here, but yet they're creeping here because they have a fear of you cheating here. But not everyone cheats, and they need to be open, uh, and they have to trust here. Okay, so this energy is incomplete here. They want someone who completes them, but they need to be whole on their own, Virgo. This is speaking to what's wrong here with them. They are incomplete, and it's too much work for you because they are constantly fearing that you are cheating here. Okay, but they need to be whole on their own here because they don't know how to trust here. Okay, and they don't know how to put in the work here. It's an excuse for them not to really, get involved enough into what is going on within them to make the change that's necessary. So they're stuck here. There are no changes. They're limited here. They'll say anything or do anything. They'll make it up here. Okay, because it's too much work to do the right thing. So they'll make things up here because they want you back here. They rather do the easy thing here. Okay, so this energy is fearful here. Okay, so some of you are dealing with a partner who fears you cheating. They don't trust you. They don't, want to put the work in to change here. They want someone, but they don't know how to be complete just by themselves. They're not whole within themselves. So they're looking for you to fill this hole. This hole, they're looking for you to fill it instead of them doing the work that's necessary to be complete. Okay, Virgo, and you can't complete that. You can't fix it. Okay, that is too much work for you. Okay. But they need to do the work. Okay, they tell themselves it's too much work to get their self together here. But that's just an excuse for them not to be accountable here with what they're doing or what they have done. Okay. All right, Virgo. So let's get a prayer or an affirmation, a final affirmation on this here. Okay, so we have Romans 15 and 13. May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace in believing, so that by the power of the Holy Spirit you may abound in hope. Okay, so may God fill you with joy and peace in believing, so that by the power of the Holy Spirit you may abound in hope. So when it comes to this dilemma here, keep your hope alive. Know that God will bring you joy and peace as long as you believe that here. Okay? Because hope is there. You just need to let go and go through this spiritual transformation here, Virgo. It's a transition here because you can't fix anyone. Okay? All you can do is change yourself. You can't change anyone who doesn't want to do the work, who is already incomplete within themselves here. Okay, so may the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace in believing, so that by the power of the Holy Spirit, you may abound in hope. Okay, So keep your hope alive. Let go of those things that you can't change here. Don't let things keep you in this space of grief and despair and regret here. It's time to take control and stand up to this abuse because you're dealing with abuse in this situation here. Okay? This person doesn't want to compromise here. Okay? They don't want to retreat. They don't want to withdraw here. But you have to stay in this space of being unbothered. Stay in this space that God gives you with joy and peace. Okay? And go through this transformation. Yes, it's a difficult decision. It may be a painful and stressful situation. Okay? But God is with you. Okay? And you can get through this here. Just be aware of what you're dealing with here. Someone who is boorish here, someone who can be a bully, someone who could be vicious here, but they don't want to put the work in to change. They're wasting time. They're wasting your time. Okay, Virgos. So you Virgos, do what you need to do and keep hope and God alive. God is there with you to give you that hope, give you that joy, that peace. Okay. And as long as you got that, you can get through. So that is what I see. I pray that you make the best decision for yourself always. And this is the Neptune Soulful Seer. And I pray that you have a blessed rest of your day. And if you like how I read, please like, share, subscribe, and comment.